Hello all and welcome to my first video look at a record. I like records, I have a reasonable collection, and I think they're certainly a unique way of interacting with music, especially if you're an audiophile or you can't get enough of music in general. I really see the whole package as just this big work of art it's nice to look at and open up as well as have a listen to. This is the first record I'm going to look at on my channel. It's the original soundtrack for the video game Silent Hill, which was released on PlayStation in 1999, one of my personal favourite game series, and of course a lot of others as well, obviously being popular enough for Konami to have at least greenlit this release. The record itself was released in the US on April 12, 2017 by American company Mondo. The content itself is standard stuff. It's two 12-inch 180-gram discs that play at 33 1/3 rotations per minute. If you found this video, I'm assuming you already know what Silent Hill is. Well, of course, the Silent Hill games are well known for their amazing soundtracks, which generally consist of piano or guitar-led tracks, which could probably be considered anywhere from upbeat and rocky, but also contains tracks which are very dark, industrial, and rather sinister. Of course, they're also well known for their very dark and mysterious atmospheres, which I think the front cover manages to portray right off the bat fairly well. It's simple, but bold and effective. There's no text, it just features a picture of Harry's crashed Jeep Wrangler from the beginning of the game. The art is by a man called Sam Wolf Connolly, and it was created just for this record. He did all of the artwork. The inside of the cover houses a large picture of Incubus, who is of course the final boss from the Good and Good Plus endings of the game. Again, it's a nice piece, which is a lot darker than the front cover would suggest, and I imagine probably was a shock to quite a few people when they first opened up the package. Then again, if you're the kind of person who's into Silent Hill enough to buy a vinyl release of the game's soundtrack, then perhaps not. Nonetheless, I can definitely imagine someone listening to the soundtrack in a dimly lit room whilst holding the cover in their hands and looking it over and just sort of setting the atmosphere themselves, and this is something I really feel that it does well. The back cover is where we find the first bit of text on the entire package, with Silent Hill written in nice big letters in the top, and a statement that the soundtrack is by Konami Digital Entertainment underneath, which I know caused a little bit of controversy in the fan base, because as any fan of the game knows, Team Silent composer Akira Yamaoka was responsible for the soundtrack of most of the games, including of course Silent Hill 1. So I don't know why he wasn't credited on the package, but it is pretty disappointing. It would have been nice if his name was there. The rest of the cover is just a track listing of a whopping 41 songs, although granted many are barely longer than a minute. The artwork again suits the atmosphere well. It's nice, totally matches the front cover, featuring some brute prints wandering through the snow. And here you can see the front cover spread out, boot prints on the left, car on the right, and in the middle on the spine it actually says Silent Hill as well. So if you have this displayed on a shelf, unlike some records, you'll actually be able to find it just at a glance, which is always nice. Just so you can get an idea of what the entire package looks like together, here's an overview look of everything, including the sleeves, the vinyl discs themselves, and the cover. And here's some individual images of just each side of each disc so you can get an idea of the uniform artwork. It's a nice, well put together package which I think any Silent Hill fan could really appreciate. Last but not least, I'll play a part of the first track, the main theme, on my player, which is by no means a monster, just so you can potentially get a rough idea of the audio quality. And that's it, a look at the music of Silent Hill 1 on vinyl record. Thanks for watching.